It's 3 a.m. You're lying in bed, wide awake. Your phone is in your hand before you even decide to pick it up. You tell yourself something is wrong with you, but the real answer is far stranger than anything you've been told about sleep. For most of your life, you've been taught there is one correct way to sleep. Lights off, 8 hours, one long, unbroken block of unconsciousness. If you wake up in the middle of the night, you assume you're broken. Insomnia, you call it, a disorder, something to medicate away. But your ancestors didn't sleep the way you think they did, and the version of sleep you're chasing right now may never have existed at all. Start with the historian Roger Ekirch. He spent over a decade digging through diaries, court records, medical texts, and literature before the Industrial Revolution. He found something that should not have been possible if modern sleep was the human default. Hundreds of documents from different centuries and different countries casually mentioning something called first sleep and second sleep. Not a nap, not insomnia, a structure. People in pre-industrial Europe would go to bed shortly after dusk. They would sleep for 3 or 4 hours, then they would wake up. Not in a panic, not reaching for anything to fix it. They would simply be awake in the dark for an hour or two. They prayed, they talked to a spouse, they tended a low fire. Some had sex, some just lay there in the quiet, thinking. Then, when the wakeful period passed, they returned to a second sleep that carried them until dawn. Ekirch calls this segmented sleep, and it wasn't rare. It was so ordinary that nobody bothered explaining it. People only write down what feels unusual. Nobody in the 1500s felt the need to explain why they woke up at midnight, because everybody did. So what changed? Artificial light changed it. Gas lamps, then electric bulbs, pushed bedtime later and later. Factory schedules demanded a single efficient block of rest instead of 2. Slowly, across a few generations, the segmented night collapsed into the solid 8-hour block you now consider normal. The strange part is that your body may never have gotten the memo. This is where the story gets even more interesting, because Ekirch's discovery was historical. It described what people wrote. It didn't prove what human biology actually needs. That question fell to a very different kind of researcher. Jerome Siegel, a neuroscientist at UCLA, wanted to know what sleep looked like before electricity existed at all. Not in old European diaries, but in the deep evolutionary past. So he studied 3 hunter-gatherers and forager-horticulturalist societies living today with no electric light: the Hadza of Tanzania, the San of Namibia, and the Tsimane of Bolivia. These are groups whose environment resembles in key ways the conditions your ancestors evolved in for hundreds of thousands of years. Siegel's team put sleep monitors on real people in real villages night after night, and the results overturned a lot of assumptions. These groups didn't sleep in 2 neat halves like Ekirch's Europeans. They slept in one continuous stretch, but a much shorter one than expected, often under 6.5 hours. They didn't fall asleep at sunset. Many stayed active for hours after dark, sitting by the fire. And temperature, not clock time, seemed to govern when they finally drifted off. Sleep tended to begin as nighttime temperatures dropped and end as the morning cold lifted. Here's the detail that should stop you. Almost none of these people report insomnia. The concept barely translates. Waking in the night is not treated as a malfunction, it's just night. Why would that be? Because for nearly all of human history, sleeping deeply and continuously through an entire night was dangerous. A fire could die, a predator could approach, rival groups could raid a camp under cover of darkness. A brain that shut down completely for 8 uninterrupted hours was a brain that might not wake up at all. This is sometimes called the sentinel hypothesis, or the watchman theory of human sleep, explored by researchers like Worthman, an anthropologist who has spent decades studying sleep across dozens of cultures. Worthman's research suggests that human sleep evolved to be flexible and socially distributed. In many traditional communities, people didn't all sleep at once. Someone was always a little bit awake, a baby stirring, an elder shifting by the fire. Sleep, in this view, was never meant to be a private, solitary shutdown. It was a shared, staggered watch spread across a group so that consciousness in the camp never fully went dark. Now think about your own bedroom. Door locked, curtains closed, one body, alone, expected to fall completely unconscious for 8 straight hours in total silence and darkness. Your ancestors almost never did that, but not because they had worse sleep, because they had different sleep, built for a world where total unconsciousness was a risk, not a luxury. So when it's 3 a.m. and your eyes open on their own, put the phone down before you pick it up. You are not failing at sleep. You are, for a few strange minutes, doing something your body has done for hundreds of thousands of years, waiting, watching, quietly present in the dark, exactly the way it was built to be, until sleep, in its own time, simply comes back for you.